A fallacy is something that sounds logical, but is actually misleading. When we understand fallacies, we don't get fooled and we make better decisions. For example, when you want to buy a car and the seller says, "Everyone is buying this model, so it must be good," that's the appeal to majority fallacy.
I don't intend to insult or offend anyone or any group in this video. I just want to teach people about fallacies so they don't get tricked in everyday life, especially when making important decisions.
For as long as we can remember, the working people of New York have been told by the wealthy and the well-connected that power does not belong in their hands.
Hasty generalization fallacy. It assumes that all wealthy and influential people tell the working class that power doesn't belong to them, meaning a general conclusion is drawn from limited experience or without sufficient evidence. False dichotomy fallacy. It divides society into two simplistic groups, the working people versus the wealthy and well-connected. While in reality, things are far more complex, with middle classes and many different social positions.
A sentence without a fallacy.
Historically, many working people in New York have had limited influence over political and economic decisions compared to wealthier and better connected groups. Reasons why the sentence does not contain a fallacy.
Fact-based expression. Words like historically and many are used, which can be verified.
It avoids a hasty generalization by not asserting that this is always applied to everyone.
Without emotional appeal, the sentence merely describes differences in power influence, without inducing a sense of helplessness or oppression.
Fingers bruised from lifting boxes on the warehouse floor. Palms calloused from delivery bike handlebars. Knuckles scarred with kitchen burns.
Appeal to emotion fallacy. Instead of presenting a logical argument for why power should belong to the workers, the speaker uses emotional images like bruised fingers, calloused hands, and kitchen burns. By focusing on the physical suffering of the workers, he tries to stir the audience's sympathy, pity, and anger, rather than present a rational reason. These descriptions have no logical connection to the main claim, that is, to who should hold power.
A sentence without a fallacy.
People working in warehouses, delivery, or kitchens frequently endure physical strains, such as bruised fingers, calloused hands, and occasional burns. Reasons why the sentence does not contain a fallacy.
Neutral and factual. It describes the working conditions without emotional imagery.
Without emotional manipulation, it presents information rather than provoking emotions.
The original sentence was poetic and rhetorical. This version is analytical and objective.